graveyards full of life. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shining the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm. I bet I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. Hey, I can make time travel a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. I make the moon blue, I'm making pigs fly, and I move mountains.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Carr going to throw right away. And a dangerous throw there. Nearly intercepted on the sideline, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
They will run for the first time here with White. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now a play fake. Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run it again with Williams. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
on third down. Here's Williams. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. So on fourth down, the Broncos send Corliss Waitman out to punt. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Raiders hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On play action, now Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Wilson. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Williams going to get it again on second down. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. It's taken to the 26. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turf.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, the game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little...
He's got him in, complete. The 20. Touchdown! Cortland Sutton, his second touchdown on the season. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Carr. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. He'll take it at the 42. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. They'll go jet sweep here with Sutton. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That's taken in by Dulcich. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Now, to be frank, a silly penalty there trying to block the field goal, and that leads to a fresh set of downs. They go back to the ground with Williams. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. Got his man. It's Dulcich. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 9 yards. Not quite enough. And they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Throwing now is Carr. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the running lanes non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Play action. Now Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing is Wilson. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Again, it's Williams. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
There's Wilson to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. 2nd and 2. They'll go up the middle with White. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Play action. Now it's Carr. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy is nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Now Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. A give to Williams, running right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. They go play action with Wilson. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, Charles, there's some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
And it's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, have your fun? All right,
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. He's got a man, complete. And he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. Jordan Phillips is the one on the stop.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 29, Wilson. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll be out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Williams is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
McManus's point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Randy Gregory able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Carr. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A gain of 3, second down. They'll hand it off now. Williams. Oh, he bowls over him. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Tim Patrick, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Carr now to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. On play action, it's Carr. He's going to take another shot here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach made you say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 62 yards rushing now for the ball game on 24 carries. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On second down, Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finds Dulcich out left side. Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short. Here we go with Williams. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some splaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions in the post-game press conference.
Makes the rest of this fourth quarter and the rest of this game very interesting. Carr to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. The Raiders going to use one of their timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they're getting with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. The kick by McManus is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
29.
Throwing his car. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Here's Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Now, 93.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are close to finishing off this football game. They'll run it with Williams. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount. He got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So this one will wind up a Denver victory.